What's up, my people? On this episode of Vet, I just want to express my I don't know what to even call it. My disgust with the same old excuse of the police fearing for their lives as a reason for unjustly shooting a black man. Now, it's a fact that they're trying to bury. It's a fact that the white man has the history of killing black men. So why are you so fearful? Because the black man doesn't have a history of years of killing white people. How is this fear so strong? Where's it coming from? Especially when it comes to unarmed men, black men. Especially when it comes to you having the training to de-escalate, disarm, shoot the wound. This is your training. But when it comes to the black man, your only response to what we do is fear and death. I don't believe you. Because when we look back at the history of the white man in relationship to the black man, these police shootings, it's a repeat episode of history. It's just history repeating itself. Because they do it and get away with it, just like they did back in history. There's no consequences for it. It's easily forgotten about by the system and by the people that's supposed to uphold the laws. It's a constant reminder that the laws are not for our benefit. Because when they was written, we weren't considered as people. We wasn't considered as human beings. We wasn't considered as citizens. And you do all this song and dance and so-called include us in things. But then the inclusion is only solely for you guys' benefit. When the majority of the people, when the black folks started to participate in the voting process, now y'all up in arms want to change the voting process. When the black folks, man, participated in the census, old faux nickel, Donald Trump, stopped counting. Did a Democrat say anything about that? Republicans most definitely didn't say nothing. They allowed that to happen. Because once we participate in things change. And Democrat or Republican don't want things to change. They don't want us to realize that we are not the minority. Because then we would demand the things that we should have. Not only demand, our vote will bring it into life. These things that happen with the police killings, using this excuse of fear, is not justified when you look at history. All these different states up in arms, shutting down polling places in the urban area, creating all these different stipulations for people of color when they come to vote. It's not justified when you look at history. Donald Trump stopping the census count. It's not justified when you look at history. And the thing is about it, the people that we look to, all the black folks screaming they Democrats, and you vote Democrat. The Democrats are not. All these senators and congressmen that say one word, ain't try to put forth no type of legislation to stop these racist Republicans from taking the vote. What they call gerrymandering. The Democrat congressmen and senators didn't say a word when Donald Trump stopped the census count, because that allocates power to the most populated areas. The census allocates power to the majority. When it comes to funding, government funding, when it comes to voting with the electorals, they had to stop counting because it would shift the electoral votes to the urban areas. We'd have more electorals. That means we'd have more power to elect the next president, the senators. I believe you do fear us. But your fear is based on the things that you've done. It's based on your history of the violence that you committed towards us. Because we never committed mass murder of white people. We've never enslaved white people. You fear your own actions. And all these white people that say, well, it's not my fault. You know, it wasn't me who did what my ancestors did, but yet you still benefit from it. But if you sitting back and allowing history to repeat itself, then you are just like your ancestors. You are responsible. I don't want to hear that. Oh, we didn't do it. That was our ancestors. But you're not doing anything to prevent it from happening again. You actually promoting it, voting for it. So miss me with that fear. We should be fearful of you. But think about this. What if we use the same excuse? Start doing to y'all what y'all do to us? You think we'll be justified?